The ANC is accusing the DA of running dysfunctional coalition governments. Tshwane recently been rocked by irregular senior appointments, while the city manager is facing allegations of corruption. I'm joined now on the couch by political commentator Tshwane Mashao for some insights on this. Thabo, good morning. Thank you very much for coming in.
Good morning, Brad, and thanks for having me.
Can we just start there? I mean, the ANC calling for fresh elections. The DA now say this is a cheap political gimmick. I mean, we do know we are ahead of elections next year. How should we read what's going on now with the ANC coming out with a statement and the DA's response to it?
Certainly, you have a number of issues at play here. Firstly, there are some merits to what the ANC is saying. The DA has not covered itself in glory in terms of executing its mandate properly. You remember, Brad, then there were people who were hired within that office who didn't have qualifications. They were paid huge salaries. There are those in the outskirts of the city who are saying that they're not getting proper services, and it's those in the suburban areas of the city of Tshwane who are getting proper services. So number one, the DA is not innocent in all this, but we need to see it for what it is, as you've just called it correctly. It is a political gimmick. Let's not beat around the bush. The ANC is exploiting the current negative sentiment towards the DA, and that's why then they are calling for the polls. That's why they're saying we should have local government elections in the city of Johannesburg, in the city of Tshwane, because they see a window of opportunity which has just been opened. Mayor Solly Msimang is under threat. His own caucus is divided. There is a massive issue of Gladstone contract, a consultancy that was not issued properly, at least. You have an embattled city manager, and all of that amounts to a negative sentiment towards the city. So they're saying, if we go to the elections now, we may just get it. And also...
That's why they're applying the pressure.
Yes.
But we also have got the motion of no confidence.
On Thursday.
On Thursday, that's coming up against the mayor of Tshwane, Solly Msimang.
Again, it's that open window of opportunity. But remember, they are also using, rightly so, as you would in politics, they are using the divisions within the DA in the city.
They being the ANC.
The ANC, rather, yes, you're right. The ANC is using the divisions within the DA because it has been purported that the DA caucus is divided. Solly Msimang is not enjoying full support from his very own caucus. So they're hoping that a number of people from that caucus, including the regional DA chair, will vote against Solly Msimang, and that would give them an edge.
Now, in that statement by the ANC, which was delivered by its deputy provincial chairperson, Panyaza Lisufi, the ANC also makes a point. It described the coalition governments as unprincipled. It says the 2016 local government elections have ushered in what they call an era of unprincipled coalition governments. I'm just reading from their statement, which have, in the instance of Tshwane and Joburg, including Nelson Mandela Bay municipalities, proven to be too costly to maintain.
Extremely convenient truth, because just a stone throw away from Masini Ekurhuleni, they have a similar setup. Are they not? Why can't they look into the mirror? Are they saying that one of their own is also implicated in that? It's obviously rather unfortunate to rule in a coalition, because you need to do thorough consultation. You need to tiptoe around your alliance partners.
Okay, they've also targeted Herman Mashaba.
Certainly.
That's the ANC,
yes.
And saying that the mayor and his government are found to have acted improperly, for instance, in the awarding of the institutional review tender, among other things.
Yes.
Is this the ANC trying to regain the trust of the residents of Tshwane and Joburg in pointing out these shortcomings in the DA and saying that we think we can have a solution for this if given a chance? Hence, they're putting the pressure for asking for elections in these cities.
2016 had the ANC, left the ANC with egg in the face. The ANC is trying by all means to remove that egg on its face right now, because it was embarrassed. Key metros were taken away from it. But equally so, there are some merits to it. There are some investigations that need to be done. In the city of Johannesburg, the mayor has been alleged not to have followed certain proper procedures. He also has come out in public not sounding very good on a number of issues. The charity organization, where he had not followed procedures when the city donated the money to them. They're using the wife's a company to look into the books of the city, and he came back and he said no, but that was free of charge. Not having that sense of following the procedure. So on one hand, the DA has not covered itself in glory, as I've said. They are not doing very well, but the ANC is exploiting this moment to say, let's vote and see what the voters will say.
I was looking at the DA's response, that they've branded the ANC's statement as a cheap political gimmick, as you said, in terms of for the fresh elections. But the DA's response says that the two metros are thriving.
That is fair, that is so far from the truth. Thriving is an exaggeration of all sorts, and in a sense that you only need to look at the basic service delivery issues. You only need to look at what all of us can see, and not just a hidden gem somewhere out there. Look at Braden, the safety in the city of Johannesburg. Every single day we are inundated with videos of people who are being mugged, who are being robbed, and others are being injured in the city center of Johannesburg. I don't think that that qualifies as thriving, at least.
Okay. And finally, before you go, very briefly, Thabo, sure. Do you think Solly Msimanga will survive the motion of no confidence debate?
It's a very tough one, but I would think that he may not if they don't fix the internal issues with the DA, so and they would blame themselves. First. Yeah, and the issue is not the ANC at this point. The issue is the DA. If the DA inside continues to leak like it is doing, we may see him gone.
Okay, thank you very much for your frankness.
Thank you.
Speaking there to giving us some analysis on what's going on in Tshwane and Johannesburg with the DA and the ANC, Thabo Mashwao. Now let's